Right. So, it is just a minute before our start time, and I am just here a little bit early to make sure that everything goes smoothly and so that I'm not late. Um, so, we've got another minute, and I'm going to give just a couple of more minutes for people to sign on. Um, yeah. So, if you are already here and want to say hello, you can post in the chat. It won't show me your name. So put your name in. Put your name in and maybe where you're from. I'd love to know who's out here with me. I'm starting. Hi, Lisa. Oh, I have them both. I have them all clicked, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I should be in both of them. I have every button clicked. Hi, Gail. Yay. Yay. All right. Oh, it is starting to show names now. So that's great. Okay. Hi, Colette. Marcy. Yay. Thanks, Lisa. All right. Oh, from Springfield, Oregon. Cool. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. All right. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe this is really happening. I'm so excited. Uh, Anya, yay. Oh, fantastic. Ooh, from Scotland. Oh my gosh. Netherlands. Anya from the Netherlands. Tracy from Scotland. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for saying hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is very strange to be in this little box by myself, and especially in this funny little room. I'm just going to dive in as people are starting to sign on and say, I am in a really strange location today. I am in the midst of teaching a summer camp. I teach dance class, and I'm here at this kids' summer camp, and I had to find a little funny room off the beaten path. So I am in a really cool, like probably 200-year-old building in a back, almost nearly forgotten room. So I should be good. It is also where they keep the Wi-Fi. So I should be strong on my internet connection. But yeah, I just feel like I have to say something about it because it is such an odd location. It's a little sparse in here, but it is warmed up and full of love now because I see all of you guys coming in and saying hello. You like my little room, thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's see, I see a question from Tracy. Are you doing readings? I'm not actually doing readings. What I'm going to end up doing is talking a little bit about the healing gifts and potencies of the 4 directions, 5 if you count the hidden secret direction, and then leading a devotional, prayerful journey. So no readings tonight, but definitely a nice deep dive and journey, a journey inward, outward, and to our magical allies that surround us. Yeah, thanks for asking, Tracy. All right. Well, it is now a couple minutes after, 3 minutes after, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in and introduce myself. My name is Romy Keegan, and I am a graduate of Corinne Grillo's Angel Alchemy Academy. And what an honor and what a joy to be a part of such an incredible program. And this opportunity today just blows my mind and makes me so happy. So thank you for joining me. And today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the 5 directions and working with them, healing with them, the potencies, the powers, and the gifts of the 5 directions. And then we'll jump in for a little prayerful devotional. And then if you're game afterward, because I am a dancer and I do have a program called Dancing Our Magic, I'm going to share with you just a little embodiment that you can do with the prayer when we're done. And that's just if you feel like sticking around. So you'll get a nice full experience with or without adding the embodiment element. So yeah, all right. Oh, good. Thanks, Sharon. So you guys may already be familiar with the 4 directions, 5 directions. And if you are, fantastic. I hope that this will just give you an opportunity to sink in and soak up the good vibe and share yours in turn with our magical allies from all around us. But if this is new to you, if the idea of the 4 directions is new to you, I hope to sort of give you some more juicy material to work with in your daily devotionals. I'll start with the fact that, the 4 directions are the directions that surround us. We've got the east, the south, the west, and the north. There is also a hidden direction, hidden because once you make the transit or the circle of the 4 directions, it defines the center point and becomes a gateway into the center. And in the center, you connect with everything everywhere. So I just find that really, really beautiful. One of the ways that we can hook into the directions is simply by seeing how they connect with the cycle of the sun. So the 4 directions, the sun rises in the east. It is the beginning of a new day. It's bright, it's beautiful. It is the dawning of light. It is the light coming into your body. It is the light coming into your day. It is the light of consciousness dawning. And then the direction progresses across the dome of the sky and moves to the south. And in the south, it's the high noon. It's the sun overhead. It's the warmth. It's the fullness of light that generates life and expansion and growth and verdancy, color, texture. And then as the sun progresses, it moves around to the west, and the west is where it starts to set, and we begin to harvest and take in the energies, the potencies that we planted in the springtime, in the east, in the morning. So as I'm talking, not only do the directions relate to the times of day, but also the seasons of the year. So I'll back up again and go back to east being the morning. It's also the springtime. So that time of new beginnings, which hooks into the south and the noontime and the fullness of the sun overhead being summer. And then that progresses around to the west to evening and to fall, and the time of day when we begin to rest and look back over what we've accomplished for the day, or if it's the cycle of the year, then it's the time to sort of look at what we've created over the year. We look at our harvest. And then we circle around to north and circle around to the midnight and to the winter, a time of regeneration, recouping, rest, the deep dream time. And it's where the cycle begins again. So it's a very alchemical time where you're in between times, the exhale of the old day or the old year and the new inhale of the next cycle. The thing that I love about working with the directions is that there's also a layer of the 4 elements. And so when you're working with the directions, not only are you working with the potencies of how it feels when you face one direction, how it feels from another direction as you progress around the circle, you can also add in the elements. And so the elements, now there is some variation here. What I have worked with and what has worked really potently and magically for me is putting air in the east. So the east is associated with the element of air and breath, the sacred breath. It is all of the directions and elements also have the capacity to express different levels of being human. So in the east, we have the air, and it attaches to the ideas of mind. It attaches to the human quality, the human plane of existence that allows us the capacity for thought, for intellectualizing, for thinking. As we move around the circle, the south is connected with fire, and fire is our spirit, our excitement, our engagement, the activation of things. When we're fired up, when we've got our devotion, we're devoted to things because they mean something to us, because we're spirited about it. There's also an element of south that is the heart, for sure. But it's the heart in terms of passion and desire and the action and activity and energy to care about things, to dare, to be courageous, to get fired up. As we move around to the west is the keeper, the guardian, the holder. It's like each of the directions is a home for these different elements and how they relate to our human qualities. In the west, the home, the keeper, the guardian of the west is the keeper of water. And the element of water relates to the human capacity for deep feeling, deep, full emotion. Deeper emotions such as unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, surrender. And also water is the ebbing and flowing, the coming and going, our ability to balance our own personal will with divine will. And of course, water is life. And so it's got that sense of refreshment and revitalization. And as we move around, we come to the north. And in the north, the element is the earth. And the earth relates to the human quality of body, our material realm, this material existence that we're having. It rules our path, what we do in the world, our financial well-being, our physical, mental, spiritual well-being. Our well-being is held by the material, in the material plane is held by the energies of the north and earth. And this delivers us then, like I said earlier, as you make this circle. Now, when I say that, some people do work with the 4 directions in a cross, and that works just as well. North, south, east, west. You've got body and spirit and mind and heart. So either way, once you've made contact with each of the 4 elements and the 4 directions, you're delivered. You find yourself balanced and in the center. So here in the center, the teaching is that everything is connected, right? Everything is connected. And the element here is the ethers. And the ethers are an interesting... The ethers have this quality of being that is a little bit more ethereal than the 4 elementals. And again, they show us that we are connected. They teach us that we are connected, that everything from the center is unified. So we are all one, right? So, I think I'd like to talk just a little bit too about the fact that working with these elements and the directions and the way they all relate to these different human ideas, the magic that is there is that you can begin to find guidance, support, healing, from each of the directions based on the qualities that they hold, if that makes sense. So each of the 4 directions and each of the elements hold healing, have the capacity for healing. In the east with wind, the wind and the air, fresh air has this ability to refresh us, to cleanse and blow off the debris that might be sticking to us. As you move around to the south, the healing potencies of south have to do with like burning away the dross, coming back out of the ashes like a phoenix. In the west, the quality of water, easily you can see how that washes and allows us to let go. As we circle around into the north is interesting because the quality of earth, you can use clay to clarify and cleanse the skin, the body, right? So the 4 directions each have their capacity to heal. Once you get into the center being this place that connects everything, once again just brings this sense of connection, and that in itself ends up being this cleansing, clearing, healing potency once you've really arrived in that sense of center. Now, even as each of the 4 directions offers healing, They can also get out of balance. So that same wind that can blow you free and sort of remove the energy or layers of whatever's sticking to you, the dust, those same energies, that wind can sometimes get to be, a whole tornado, which is no fun at all. So working with the elements, you can also work to balance those things. When you start to feel like you're too airy, you can go to the ground, put your feet in the ground. When you're feeling too watery and emotions are just flowing through you and pouring through you and it's just a little bit too much, you can take a deep breath. And the element of air moving through your body helps to cleanse. The other beautiful thing about working with the directions and the elements is that there is this beautiful interplay. The way they work oppositionally as well as circularly. You don't necessarily have to go to the opposite to get the balance. They all work together. A way I like to look at that is, the idea of body, spirit, heart, and mind. We look for that for our sense of balance and unity, and there's the center. So all of those work together, and it's our relationship with each of these directions and each of these elements in ourselves that begins to engender that balance. And the more we play with these ideas, both these ideas, these energies, these feelings, and these embodiments, the more we're brought to the center. And I think that that's really where the magic is of of working with these guys. And I just saw somebody ask, is it the same for the Southern Hemisphere or reversed? That is such a good question, Brenda. It's actually reversed. You're right on. So for us, in the Northern Hemisphere, the north is earth and the south is fire. For the Southern Hemisphere, it is switched. And in the Northern Hemisphere, our circles to bless and bring in positive energy go clockwise, and to clear and not reverse, but to clear and cleanse, they go counterclockwise. And so that is flipped in the Southern Hemisphere also. So yeah. So I have just really grown to love working with the four directions. And here's another thing about the four directions. So each one has its quality. I've just talked about all of these different layers. The four directions, as I forgot to say this at the very beginning, they're often considered guardians, the guardians of the four directions. I mentioned briefly like a home. They're the home for the different elementals, but they're really often called guardians. Sometimes they're called watchtowers. But the idea here is that they're really angelic beings. They are these ginormous powerhouse beings put in place by Creator to watch over everything from the four directions. And so by tapping into the four directions, you are tapping into really immensely glorious, angelic, celestial, potent energies that also then express themselves through each of these elementals and the way we experience them in our bodies. That's the other thing that's cool about it, is that there's this very spiritual and celestial version, and you can way to look at it, and you can pull all of that right into the body and into your experience. And I think that takes us to the next part. So this is great. This is all concepts, neat concept. This is the four directions. What a great concept. But how do we pull it into our practice? How do we pull it in to our daily lives? How do we become enriched by the gifts and potencies and powers and energies of the four directions? And I keep saying four. You can say 4 or 5. Before I move on, I'll just sort of reach into that for a second. So it's the 4 directions in terms of east, south, west, and north, or the 4 elements: air, fire, water, earth. But that fifth one is the secret one, the hidden one that is revealed once you've made contact with each of the 4. So sometimes I'll say 4 directions, sometimes I'll say 5 directions, but I always mean all of them. I just love how working with the 4 directions allows this 5th direction to reveal itself, to bloom and open up. So yeah. So working with these things, we can think about them, we can read about them, but we can also experience them. And the way I experience them is I spend time each day in a daily devotional, and I think we probably all do, dip in and out of our daily practices at any given time. I love to do my contact with the 4 directions, with everybody, with the divine in the morning. And I also love to do it in the evening when I have time, but it doesn't matter when you do it. You can do it any time of day. But I'm going to take us on a little guided journey / prayer and devotional to give you some ideas as to how to tune in, how to spend time with each of these guys. It can be as simple as, this morning I did this. Here I am at this camp. We haven't had rain forever. This morning there was this soft, beautiful rain falling, and I literally was pulled up out of bed, came outside, put my feet on the soft ground, and just to the east, good morning. To the south, turned around, heart faced the south, good morning. To the west, good morning. To the north, good morning. And here I am in my center, good morning. It can be as simple as that. And it is so potent. If you don't have time for a long, meditation journey, you just take the time to say hi. Hello, mwah, hello, mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. Thank you. Hello. Greet, thank, and send your love to the 4 directions. It really does begin to awaken and excite these energies inside. And then once they begin to awaken a little bit and you start making the mental and spiritual and feeling and embodied connections with them, they literally start to wake up. In fact, before I get started, sorry, I have to share this with you because here I am at this camp and I'm about to do this thing. This is a ginormous step in my life, right? I'm taking this giant step to do this live stream with you guys. And I'm totally excited and also terrified. And so here I am at this camp. I'm working with the 4 directions. I've been working with them for a while. I love them so much. They are waking up in me in ways that I can't even describe to you. And I'm walking along, and what do I find? But this little guy in the ground. And anytime you see a cross inside of a circle, and Corinne has taught this, it's amazing. Anytime you see this symbol, we're talking about the 4 directions. We're talking about the qualities and energies that surround us and support us from every direction. We're talking about the elements that are encoded in those directions. And we're talking about the human qualities of being that are in turn encoded in the elements, supported in those elements. Yeah. As I'm saying the word elements, I also want to say one other something. And then I promise we'll get to this this journey and this healing little prayer. Once we start using the word elementals, they're really, so the energies that we talk about, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, are considered in ceremonial magic and in other practices and what's the word I'm looking for? Other practices, other traditions. They are considered these little creator beings. They're little elementals of consciousness, of the divine. In the East, they've been called the sylphs. In the South, for fire, they have been called the salamanders, like dancing flames. There's some thought that maybe that word, it's kind of an odd word, salamanders for fire spirits. I'm not sure, but what is taught is that some people say that the salamanders have their little tongues that go blah, 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 right? And those are the dancing flames. So salamanders for the fire. And in the West for the water, it's the undines and the water nymphs. And in the North, it's the elves and the dwarves and the gnomes, right? And then in the center, it's the ethers. And again, I said at the beginning that the ethers are just a little more effervescent. They're all effervescent. They're all of the spirit world, right? But yeah, so just had to toss that out there. Okay, so I am ready to, yes, they're orange. That's right. Salamanders are orange too, like the fire. You got it. Yay. All right, so let's do this journey together. So now you have an idea of, oh, how totally cool. I used to see so many of them as a kid in the Adirondacks. Wow. That's, yeah, the little salamanders themselves, those beautiful little lizards. That's so cool. Little gifts from the fire. Oddly, I think they're very like watery little guys. Who knows? All right, so let's dive into this. Let's dive into this practice. So when you guys are ready, get yourself into a comfy position. And in order to sort of define where these directions are, we're going to plant the tree of life. And the tree of life is our very own selves. Now, if you've worked with Corinne, which I know we all have in the many different ways, and God, what a blessing, she has used the image of the tree of life and the idea of rooting down into the ground and lifting our branches up into the sky. And that is just such a potent and archetypal way to define where the directions are. And the tree of life, I mean, that just speaks to who we are. We are the tree of life embodied. So we're going to use the tree of life to define where those directions are by sort of attuning ourselves with that symbol of the tree of life. And that tree of life is going to become a symbol not only of our bodies, but of our energetic field, which you'll see as we get going. So take a second to get comfortable. And as you begin to get comfortable, come into your heart space, that sacred, sweet space. And then take a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose and out, allowing your exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. Do just another couple of those, using the potency and power of air, sacred breath moving through the body. And notice how when you let the exhale be longer than the inhale, it works its own magic on your nervous system. You might feel your shoulders begin to drop. You might feel yourself becoming more present in the room. And as you notice these changes to your internal space, become aware of the energy at the bottoms of your feet. You might feel this as a tickle or a buzz or a hum. Notice that energy. And then bring your awareness to your tailbone. And feel for that same energetic signature. Feel into the energy in your tailbone. And when you're ready, begin to allow both the energy in your feet and the energy in your tailbone to drop effortlessly down into the soil beneath you. Imagine you have roots, and let those roots go down, 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 effortlessly through the soil beneath you. And as those roots go down, they also go wide. So as deep as you go is as wide as you go, creating a strong anchor and foundation. And as your roots wiggle their way down deeper into the earth, feel how Mother Earth opens to receive you. She's so glad you're here. And let those roots continue to reach ever deeper toward the very heart center of Mother Earth. Imagine you've come to the very center of the earth and wrap your roots around the center. What does the center of the earth look like for you? Anchor in. And with those roots, begin to soak up the nourishment of Mother Earth, the nutrients in that soil, her love, her unconditional love, her guidance, her support, her patience, her forbearance, her presence, her strength. Draw these qualities up into your roots. Soak them up and draw these nutrients up through your root system, all the way through the bottoms of your feet, through your ankles, through your legs. Let this earth energy, this energy from this ancient, magnificent being who gives us everything we need for a good life, draw this energy up into your hips, into your belly, into your heart. Let it rise all the way up into your shoulders and your neck. Let this energy roll down your arms and your fingertips while it even continues to rise up your throat, into your jaw, into your head. Let this Mother Earth energy go all the way to the crown of your head. And then draw this energy all the way up and allow it to reach for the sky above. Bring your awareness now to the crown of your head and feel into the energy that is here, that tingling. Begin to lift that energy all the way up to the sky, to Father Sky. Let that energy rise. Feel how expansive it is up in the sky. Let that energy rise and expand, taking in the love of the sky. And then let this energy expand even further, all the way out to the great cosmic mother. Reach your energy all the way out to the stars. Connect with the stars. Connect with the great cosmic mother. Bring her your love, your energy, your gratitude, your greetings. And then as if you had branches, these branches are soaking in the nourishment of the sky, of the great cosmic mother, drawing this energy in through your branches as if they were sky roots. Draw the great cosmic energy, the grace, the blessings, the love, the light from above. Draw this down now into the crown of your head, down through your head, through your neck, through your shoulders, down your arms and your fingertips, down your torso, through your heart, your belly, your hips. Draw this divine cosmic celestial energy all the way down your legs, down to your feet, back down into those roots and all the way down to the core of the Mother Earth. And now we've created a battery. We've created a connection between the above and the below and the above. The earth energy rises up into the sky, And the energy from above pours down as blessing from above down into our lives here, roots down into the earth. And you are the sacred being that lives here on the earth below the sky, embodying spirit. Bring that into your heart. Allow that to open, nourish, expand your heart. You are the divine child of the earth and sky, of the great cosmos. Breathe into that for a few more breaths. Feeling into the below, the above, and allowing them to move through you. One line of energy going up and one line of energy going down. And then begin to visualize the energy that comes up from the earth, moving through the trunk of your body, up through the top of the branches, and then it pours out around you like a fountain, all the way back down to the earth, where it drops into the earth and then rises back up again through your roots, through your trunk, all the way through the crown of your head, all the way up through your branches, out and around you in every direction like a great sphere of energy. From the earth, up through the central channel, your trunk, all the way up through your branches, out and around. And then when you're ready, notice the other energy that's coming in from the sky, down through the center, down to your roots. And then that energy hits the bottom and comes back up around like a reverse fountain, all the way back up to the sky, back down through the central channel, and around again, down into the earth and back up, around the sides. This creates the great toroidal field, your energetic field, your torus field. Feel into that. See if you can see the energy moving up and down through the trunk and around you. Feel how your energy feels. And we'll just quickly call in for Archangel Michael to come in and clear the space of any debris that needs to be cleared. A quick brush off of energy that has followed you that doesn't need to be here right now. Let Archangel Michael free and clear your space. Letting go of anything that doesn't belong to you. Letting go of any weights or burdens that you've carried with you. He just gently lifts them and carries them away, freeing you, clearing you for the right here, right now. And on his heels comes Archangel Raphael. Sweet, simple healing, bringing the effervescent light of love and life to heal any rips, tears, bumps, or bruises in your energetic field, in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. Cleansing and clearing. And feel into your energy field again now and see if you can feel a shift. And sink a little deeper. How do you feel inside your body, in your tissues and bones? Notice what your energy feels like there. Allow it to be cleared if there's any blocks. Michael gently removes. Raphael quickly blesses and heals. And from here, we're back into our heart center, and I want you to lift your awareness all the way up into the sky again. And from here, we're going to call out to the creator of all that is, the great cosmic mother. And we'll call out to all of the angels and our ancestors and the ancient ones, bringing our love, our gratitude, our greetings. And we'll call to the enlightened teachers and the ascended masters, to all of our spirit guides, animal messengers, and the magical allies who surround us from every direction. And you can either turn to face the east with your body, or you can just use your mind, the power of your imagination, to reach your awareness to the east. And we call to the guardian of the east, the keeper of air and mind. Bringing our love, our greetings and our gratitude. We're so grateful for the ways that the east and the air can clear, cleanse, and heal, uplift our minds, help us focus, help us stay uplifted in our thoughts. And bring our attention to the guardian of the south, the keeper of fire, our spirit, our energy, our activity, our engagement, the things that fire us up, our devotion, our passions. Fire, south, thank you. We bring you our love, our greetings, and our gratitude for the ways you keep us engaged, you keep us present, creative, ready to do our parts, courageous, daring. Feel that energy arrive. And we'll move to the west. Guardian of the west, keeper of the waters that flow through our bodies, the waters of life that cleanse and refresh, our emotions ebbing and flowing. West and water, keeping our emotions balanced, allowing us to give and to receive. Our capacity for deep feelings of compassion, unconditional love, forgiveness, surrender. The balance between the divine will and our own personal will. Guardian of the West, keeper of the waters, thank you. We bring you our love, our greetings, and our gratitude. And we turn our attentions now to the north, the guardian of the north and the keeper of earth. Our bodies, the health and well-being of our bodies, our material well-being, it is sacred. Energies of the north and of earth, we give our thanks for your support, your guidance, your healing, keeping us on the path, showing us the way home to our centers. We are delivered now into the center, where everything is connected. We bring our love, our greetings, and our gratitude to the ethers, the energies that move and flow through us as one. The space between us is what connects us. Be present here in the center, right here, right now. Feel the potency of your heart. From this place, if you wish, gently open your eyes and look around. We are here, and we can see that the cycles of life continue. We've been given the sacred duty to be good to ourselves, to each other. to love ourselves, to love each other, and all beings everywhere. So with one mind, one heart, one body, one spirit, here from the very center of my soul, our souls, we bring our greetings, our love, and our gratitude to all beings everywhere. And now our bodies and our minds, our hearts and our spirits and our very souls are one. And so it is. So take a moment to just savor that. Feel yourself grounded and anchored in your sweet heart center. Oh, I'm so glad, Beverly. That's wonderful. Yay. Yeah. So soak that up for a second. And if you're game, oh, thank you, you guys. Thank you. So if you're game, I want to take that energy, that connection and communion. And if you're game, we can stand up and do a little bit of embodiment to bring that into your body. And here's the thing. So with the 4 directions, with the 5 directions, yay, thank you. We can make offerings, right? You can, I often, if I'm not dancing as an offering, I like to offer crushed flowers, like rose petals or lavender for East, because scent travels on the air. And for the South, I like to offer tobacco because the South is fire. It likes to smoke. West, I like to offer water, although sometimes I forget to take my water out with me and I have my coffee instead, and then I offer coffee. They seem to like that just fine. And then for North, I like to offer cornmeal. And then for the center, I offer myself. But what we're going to do now is take those offerings instead of these material offerings. We're going to offer our dance, our movement. Okay, so go ahead and stand up. And oh my gosh, I get so excited. Sometimes I get a little bit lost in there. So I'm coming back. I hope you are too. But we want to stay centered in our hearts for sure. We're going to keep the feeling that we just generated, and we're going to bring it into our bodies. And through this movement, we're going to take all that love, all that joy, all of that awakenedness, and offer it to bring love, to bring light, to bring joy to those allies who surround us from above, from below, and all around us. We ask for their healing, we ask for their guidance and their support. We've got to give back, right? We give of ourselves and establish this relationship, establish the reciprocity, the friendship, the relationship. And that's how it all begins to grow and shows up in our lives in just the most magical of ways. So, right where you are, shake it out a little bit. Shake off some of that sitting energy, lovely as it was. And then when you're ready, come down to your feet and you're just going to kind of brush the energy up. Brush it up, all the way up. And all the way around you, just kind of clearing the space around you. This is like smudging. All right. And bring yourself into your heart center. We'll just take a breath here. And in order to connect with Mother Earth, we're going to take a nice big step down into the earth. And I'm hoping that I'm mirroring you. So just follow the direction. And if you end up on a different side than me, it doesn't matter. But my intention here is to be mirroring you. And I've reached my fingertips down to the ground, and I'm shooting the roots at the bottoms of my feet and my tailbone and even my fingertips spread wide down into the earth, rooting down, connecting with Mother Earth. And you can take as much time as you need to with this when you do this for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and pull that energy up, literally pulling the energy up with my intentions, with my fingers, with my hands, with my arms, with this gesture that brings me to the sky, that connects me to the celestial realm above, that connects us to the great cosmic mother and creator of all that is. We're connected with our angels and our ancestors and the ancient ones. We're connected with the enlightened teachers and the ascended masters, all of our spirit guides, all of our animal messengers. Bring them all down and into your heart. And here I'm just going to take this gesture forward, giving back to all those that surround me. And I'm going to gather up the sweetness and the joy, and I'm going to connect this down. I'm going to take my fingertips down to the ground. Now pretend like my fingers are all the way on the ground, and I'm just going to draw a little circle out. Okay, so the fingers are going to go all the way down to the ground. You can bend your knees if you need to. Touch the ground, make 2 circles, and then pull that energy up and over you like a blessing. Now we're going to face the east and make that happen. So I'm going to take a right turn toward the east. If you're in the southern hemisphere, I think you would take a left turn. Okay, so you take a turn, but now I'm just going to keep facing you so you can see the movement. Facing the east, giving the east my love, my gratitude, and gather up all of the sweetness that we share. Connect it to the ground with that circle. Again, the circle just goes around, and you'll pull that energy up over the top of your head. Give yourself a blessing, connecting yourself with everything, everyone. Take a quarter turn, and you'll do it again. And again, I'll just face you so you can see it. You're facing the next direction. Open it out. Maybe it's face the south, and take it up. And bring it down, connect it to the ground. Bring it back up in a gentle wash. Stretch it out. And a quarter turn to the next direction. And offer it up to the west. Oh, thank you, West. Thank you so much for everything. Gather up the goodness, the sweetness, the love, and the light. Connect it to the ground, to the earth. Scoop it back up and give yourself a blessing with it. Oh, spread it out. Now we come to the north. Bring your hands back into the center. Take that quarter turn, and you're going to reach it out. Give your love, your greetings, your gratitude, and gather up all that we share. Bring it down and connect it to the ground. Take that little circle, blessing over the crown of the head, and open. Beautiful. One more for the center. Here we are in the center. Giving your love, your greetings, your gratitude. Connecting the above, the below, and all around. And bring this back into your heart. And from here, I like to open the palms. You can do what feels right for you, but I like to open the palms this way. It's like a little, like as if I'm holding a lotus heart light here. And I just stay present in that space. And because we're starting to get short on time, I need to say goodbye. I might be going over I'm not over yet, but by the time I'm done, I might be. So I'm just going to finish that very quickly. Ground that energy down. Receive it. Give it. Be it. Being present. And I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to share this with you. It has been an honor to be a part of Corinne's program. She's amazing, as we all know. And I want to say very quickly that, oh, thank you, you guys. I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. So I have a website called dancingourmagic.com, and on there I do this kind of work through a larger workshop called Dancing Our Magic. Right now it's an in-person class, but I'm looking to, if you're interested in taking this and going a little bit deeper, it's a 7-week program. It would happen once a week, and we would do a deep dive into each of the directions and learn a small choreography that goes with each of those directions. And so if you're interested, I am hoping to be able to gather up. So I've got in-person classes that are so fun and I love them, but I would love to be able to do some on Zoom. I would love to be able to do some like this. So if you're interested, definitely shoot me an email. It's romidancing@gmail.com. And you can also go to the website, dancingourmagic.com. And then also on that website, I have a tab called Spirit Medicine, and I do angelic readings, as I've learned from Corinne. And I incorporate some of this, I incorporate all of the allies in that healing, as we all do in all of our own ways. So if you're interested in getting a healing or having a session, I offer that as well. And if you are interested, I would be happy to give you, since you came to this, I'd be so happy to meet you and work with you for a half hour for free. So if you are interested, shoot me an email and I will send you the special link for the free half-hour session. And then in the future, if you like it and you want to come back, there's a tab on that website, dancingourmagic.com, and it's under Spirit Medicine, and I offer half-hour sessions and hour-long sessions. So I think that's everything. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for letting me take this time with you and for allowing me to share this. I'm so grateful to Creator and all of my angels and allies. So grateful, and you guys are such a blessing. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and that you enjoy the rest of this week of totally cool stuff. Next week, I'm going to be here at the same time. I'm going to do this same sort of thing again, but I do have a few other things that I'll add to the talk, and one other movement that gets added to the embodiment of the devotional. So, oh my gosh. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I would love to chat with you. So have a beautiful day, you guys. And I hope I get to see you again on Tuesday. And I hope I get to see you on Facebook in the Inner Sanctum. And I think that's it. Yay. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Bye, guys. Yay. Ah!